So thank you for stopping by, you little kitty kid. No, I'm just kidding, of course. So the video about today is how young schoolgoers, young teenagers can end up making a business model or profits out of these unique tomatoes that I have in front of me. So let me show you the back side, the flip side of it, and you can have a look. The name is Arka Rakshak F1. The great property about there are several, of course. I'll tell you the two main important ones. The first one being that the three main problems that a tomato plant generally experiences from the planting, from the sowing up until the fruits are ripe. When I say fruits, I mean tomatoes are ripe. So three major problems: early blight, TOL, CV, and EV. This is something, of course, I can explain in another video, but you can say let's simplify this for you because you're a little kid. No, just kidding. So let's simplify it for you. Three problems that you're going through, that you basically experience while growing tomatoes, are basically negated. You get rid of all three problems. That is the purpose of bringing these seeds to you, which were experimented with by IIHR Bangalore near the Arka river, which is on the outskirts of Bangalore. So these are hybrid seeds which have been tried, tested. And the second point I wanted to stress on, which is an even more important point after the first one that I told you about, three major diseases it doesn't experience at all because of the way it was cultivated around the Arka river. Three problems are solved. Now the second point I said was, you can actually end up making, if you use precision farming techniques. And when I say precision farming, I don't mean to say that you have to go inside or you go and plant it onto a field. No, you can do it on your terrace, you can do it in your balcony, you can do it in your lawn, which people in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Calcutta, Hyderabad have. I mean, I'm not saying each and everybody has it, but at least 5 to 10% of the population has it. So this video is, I'm sure, for those people who have no connect whatsoever with the agricultural heritage of our country. So that's why I'm making this video for these small 10% people who are educated youngsters, teenagers studying in the schools of the major metro cities of India. So anyway, the second thing is up to 20 kgs of produce from every plant. So this is basically a 25-day-old plant. That's why I've brought it in front of you. I'm kind of nurturing it, and then eventually we'll put it into a bigger pot after it has grown to a certain height. So let me put this aside and show you the height of this one. So you can have a look that this is about 25 days old tomato Arka Rakshak plant, which is like you can say it's like a environment that I'm kind of setting it in before it grows to a certain length, and then eventually I will transfer it to a bigger pot, because if you have to get a produce of about 20 kgs from each plant, okay, so you have to have a bigger pot. Simple as that. Anyway, so there are a couple of advantages and benefits of for school going teenagers. So if you're thinking about getting into agro business eventually, let's say by the time you're 22 25 years old, 22 23 after graduation, or thinking of getting into a culture based institute for your graduation, then you should gain this experience during your school days. Okay, and the second thing and the most important thing is that it requires the least amount of investment. So every month if you plant 25 seeds, which will mean you'll need 25 pots, which will be around 2,000 rupees fixed expenditure. So keep it on your terrace and allow it to grow. It takes about 110 days, let's say about 100 days or so. Do the same thing in the second month and the third month. So these will be expense of around 10,000 or so in 3 months, about 8 to 10,000 rupees, depending on how from where do you fetch your pots, and other stuff like coco peat, vermicompost, or if you're able to make your own fertilizer, natural compost that I make at home, slurry, natural composting, etc. So it will totally depend on variable cost, will depend on you. Where you buy your pots from will again depend on you. Try to buy plastic pots if you're using it on your terrace or balcony, because those are lighter. So by the end of the third month, that's like 90 days, so that is when you will start to see fruits on the 25 pots from the first month, basically. Simple as that. So then you can start selling it in the market, or connect yourself with high-end grocery stores, restaurants, etc. Right? So this is the benefit you'll have with 25. Let me calculate it for you. So let's do the best calculation first. 25 into 20 kgs, that's 500 kgs in the 4th month, multiplied by the mandi rate in, let's say, in the major metros, so it should be around 25 rupees. So that is the first month turnover from first month, which you will eventually get paid in the 4th month around the 100-day mark. So this is what you'll get. So subtract all of the expenses that you've incurred in the last 3 months. You'll still be left with 2,500 as excess money. So you get the point. So now what will happen is that from the 5th month itself, now the 4th month is over, you have this much in your hand. From the 5th month itself, you will get again 20 per plant, 25 plants, 25 rupees per kg. From the 5th, this is your again turnover. You can probably have let's say 1,000 rupees as your expense in that month, and that is what you will get in this from the end of 2nd month every month. So let's push this down to, let's say, about 10,000 rupees every month after the 1st month ends. Isn't that such a great amount? Why? Because of the fact that you've barely invested anything. More than anything, you've invested your time, of course, but then as a student who's studying in a school, you have great amounts of time. So why not make 10,000 a month from school days itself? And if eventually you want to get into an institute which is related to agriculture, and you want to eventually get into agricultural stream, I think it's a great idea. And this sort of an income will eventually give you lots of experience. So you'll start to experiment on your own, let's say after 3 to 6 months or a year, and then you will be able to, one more great point is that you'll be able to support your college education with this business. So to start off with, you can have 75 pots in a span of 90 days, and then as time passes by, you can probably shoot it up to 200, 300, and that's how your income will increase as well. So this may actually end up being your permanent business for life if you're too interested in agriculture. For all those people who are interested in agriculture, this is a suggestion. And all those people who think they want to have an extra source of income, this is not such a bad idea. So you know what, I'm going to make another video based on my research connected to mushroom farming. Even that's a great business idea for school goers, for teenagers who are, intelligent and filled with wisdom and want to learn new things and want to experiment in life and eventually have a business model connected to agriculture. So guys, thank you so much for watching. You little ones, this is what I wanted to tell you. I'm not so old as well, but still you are little as far as because you're a school goer. At the end of the day, I am into business, and so thank you once again for watching my video. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Until then, take care and God bless you, and keep smiling.